To sum up this book, it's about a biracial kid growing up in South Africa during apartheid. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. This is my first book review on this channel, and today I'll be discussing Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. So when I first saw the cover of this book, I thought, oh, that's the guy who took the reins from Jon Stewart as host of The Daily Show. And honestly, I didn't know a thing about him. Well, now that I've read this book, I can say that I know his story, and it is jaw-droppingly remarkable. So this book was recommended to me by a friend. I only got the audiobook version of this because I wanted to listen to it in my car and while I do other things, because I don't have much time to read these days. Having the author Trevor Noah do the accents and impersonations himself takes the writing to a whole other level. And he's just pretty much acting it out for you at that point. Born a Crime already sounds like a movie that somebody wrote with hyper-dramatized elements, but no, this is his actual story before he came to America. What's amazing is Born a Crime starts off as an autobiography, but evolves into a parable of sorts. And it's not preachy about its religious anecdotes and themes. It simply leaves those miracle moments for the reader to interpret as they will. Trevor Noah's unique childhood moments remind me of myself at that age doing exactly those things. Now, obviously, I wasn't born in the context of apartheid, but I saw myself doing exactly what he did, only he was in South Africa. Again, I'm gonna leave the best parts of this story out of this review because I highly feel it should be experienced from his point of view and in his own words. There are genuinely shocking moments in this book. So, Trevor Noah is the son of a white man, an expat, who lived in South Africa, and a black woman who was a member of the Xhosa tribe. There's a click in that name, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Now, these two fell in love, and they had a child, Trevor, when it was illegal to do so. His mother would disguise herself as the family maid when she'd go to see his dad and they'd be together romantically. And that's where the title of this book comes from. He was literally born a crime because it was illegal for his parents to be together, let alone have a child together. The succeeding chapters of the book after that introduction chronicle Trevor Noah's life from childhood to adulthood and reflect with sharp wit and remarkable detail scenes like how apartheid in South Africa was a system designed to separate people into mixed race communities and white and black, and because his mother was so devout in her faith, she took him and his younger brother to 3 different churches every single Sunday. Or when her taxi drivers threatened to kill her because of the tribe that she belonged to, and his mother had to throw him and his little brother from a moving vehicle in order to survive. Or another scenario in which Trevor's alcoholic and abusive stepfather, Abel, joined the family, and it had profound effects and tragic effects on Trevor, his little brother, and his mother. Or more lightheartedly, the time Trevor committed a crime and avoided jail time because he himself says his light skin didn't register on the security cameras and the cops were looking for the wrong suspect. To speak honestly, if this book didn't have the humor and the really fun tone it did, I probably wouldn't have picked it up whatsoever. I would just assume it would be like reading any other person's memoir. The jokes and the scenarios in this book really elevated to a comedy balanced with serious emotional moments. Trevor Noah's ability to transition between tonal shifts is pretty unique. One moment you'll be laughing at another one of his childhood anecdotes, and the next your jaw will drop in disbelief and you're left thinking, my god, did that person just get shot in the head? Now, I've heard recently that this book will be adapted into a feature-length film, and Oscar-winning actress Lupita Nyong'o is going to be playing Trevor Noah's mother, Patricia Noah, and I'm all for that. Before that movie comes out, I strongly recommend everyone read this book. It's a really great biography. There's a reason it's being adapted, and I think it's going to do well. But I do urge you to consider getting the audiobook version of this because you get a very well-rounded experience. So if you guys haven't noticed, this isn't my traditional review. I haven't split it up into good and bad, but I just want to go out there and say this is one of the best books I've read in the last few years. So I'm giving Trevor Noah's Born a Crime a 9 out of 10. So guys, this is my first book review, and I will be doing more of them. I recently read the first book of the Mistborn series, which is a very cool fantasy series, and I want to finish it before I do a full review. I've also recently reread Jurassic Park because I want to do a full analysis of that book and that movie. I generally try to get through like one book a month, and I've recently switched to audiobooks so I can save more time. So do expect more book reviews in multiple genres. I look forward to doing those. And with that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Ta-ta!